For my Fieldnotes number 4 assignment, the behavior that I was trying to change was making sure that all the information on my computer was organized, because honestly, whenever I make like a file or a new Word doc, it just kind of sorts into like the timeline where I made it, not specific classes or like personal things that I wanted. So although this took a while, it was definitely worth it in the end. Specifically, what I did to make this change was I took my files and I realized that I had a bunch of my desktop on Microsoft Word and on Excel, and I realized that I wanted to sort all of those separately before I added everything together on my desktop. I started this process by tackling my desktop stuff. First, I had to go through everything, open up really old files that I had saved, and either delete or throw it into the desktop folder. After I did this, I only just had the one like compromised desktop folder, and this just had a couple funny videos that I wanted to keep, my like legal documents such as like my passport, and then my resume and certifications proof that I used to like apply to things. Next, I wanted to clean out my Microsoft Word document. So first I just went through and deleted things that I didn't need anymore just because it was taking up so much storage. And then I went through and I realized that I only had documents for this year for one specific class. So I made a separate folder for that class. And then everything else was just like personal documents, which we have already seen on my desktop, so I added my Microsoft Word documents into there. Now finally it was time to tackle my Excel spreadsheets. So similarly to my Microsoft Word documents, I only really had Excel spreadsheets for my ISB documents and then for my personal use of Excel. So with that, it made it a little bit easier that I already had these two folders made. So I organized and I deleted the files that I didn't need anymore from like last year and things like that. So now that all of the sorting was done, once I took all of my old stuff, it was easy for me throughout these weeks to update it with new things from new classes and new files that I had downloaded. And another thing that would make this successful was that at first I didn't really know how to even make files because I literally never do it. So now this is just like a new skill that I have, and now my computer is very organized. Challenge that I would say that I had, or just something that was kind of tedious, was opening every single file that was on my desktop and in Word and Excel and making sure that I wasn't deleting something important. So since some of the files were super old, it took a while for them to load, but once I got through all of that, it was super easy. For the future, what I'm going to change is, now that I know how to make files and I have this organization down, I just need to make sure that I keep my computer organized.